sitting there for him, and I think we're going to see him play it. He's going to try to move the cue ball just 2 inches ahead to stick it to the 8. Oh, he had an opening for the pocket.
So Efren went for it.
Now he's got a little something to deal with here. He'd like to use a high right-hand spin, but the 7 ball looms large there if he wants to get close to the 5. So I think we'll see him lay off the speed a little bit. No, he's wound up. He's going to attack the 7 ball. And I think this was going to be one gamble that didn't pay off.
That's not what he wanted to do.
Now, he knew it. He recognized the 7 was there, and he thought he could hit it hard enough to get onto the other side of it. But those balls, they have a way of getting right in your way, I think, in these matches. For anybody that's played any kind of amount of pool, they know.
That's what makes it so challenging. For people who play it for fun and leisure, this is why these gentlemen are pros.
We're going to see a 3-rail kick. No, he's taking an intentional foul. And while it appears that it turned out good, it's not going to be favorable. Earl's going to have to return a safety here, I believe, and he's going to really be in a bad way. Or Earl may play the combination. Yeah, terrific shot. Another great shot.
Now we're trying again. At this point, Mark, would you say that these two players have already gotten going as far as their games are concerned?
No, I don't think so. I think they're still feeling each other out a little bit and getting used to the table. And they're both, you're seeing a pretty high standard of play, but by no means their absolute top speed.
Well, so far, neither player has been able to break away. As you can see, our score is tied at 4 games apiece. And neither player would want to fall back too much in this particular game match.
Well, there you see the result of breaking from the side. It sends that 1 ball side pocketward. And this is quite an advantage. If Earl could have obtained the shot off the break, he would have had a pretty good chance to run these balls out. Unfortunately, the 4 has impeded his shot to the 2. And we're either looking at a push-out situation or a safety. If the safety is possible, I'm sure he'll take that, because a push-out situation is never palatable for the person pushing out. It's always to the incoming player's advantage. He's going to have to push out.
Just call it for a push.
Yeah, you can even hear the sigh in his voice. He hated to have to do this. Sometimes you'll even see some of these players kick at balls when they're not forced to, just because the turnaround of a push-out is never to your advantage. I think this was a good decision on Efren's part to turn the table over. Even if he obtains a safety from here, it'll be a terrific shot, and by no means is it likely that he'll be able to snooker Efren in addition to play safe.
These players have shown a lot of finesse. Let's see what Earl Strickland comes up with.
Ultra soft speed. And he made a terrific shot just to have what happened occur, but I'm not sure just what he's left Efren. It's hard to tell from our angle,
yeah.
But I'm certain that Efren can hit the ball. I'm just not certain that I know the 6 is off the rail. I'm not certain what he can do to possibly make an offensive or defensive shot from here.
Well, Efren shook his head a bit and is looking intently at the table. I tell you, he makes very fast decisions.
Yes, and once again, a good decision. There was no way safety was going to turn around the game for him, so he had to take a little offensive opportunity there and possibly risk losing the game. But consequently, the reward is a game-winning shot that he turned out there.
Well, probably the measure of a good pool player is to be able to make the decision when to gamble, when to play it safe.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't always play conservative in this game. There's times when you have to take a little chance and you have to weigh the risk and reward. But in order to make intelligent decisions, you have to be so terribly experienced that if you're not 40 years old, you're not going to have a glimmer of hope of beating one of these gentlemen.
Oh, yes. You said earlier that Efren is always the player to beat. What makes him so?
Well, his background in rotation, and then he's an excellent tactician. He's absolutely fearless. He doesn't regard his opponent so much as the game. He just plays the game, and he plays it so well. He's actually innovated. Here's a slow motion of Efren's last combination shot. But he's known as the innovator of the kick safety in the United States. And it's just one of the skills that he has of immense stature and worldwide. I was having dinner with Efren earlier today, and I asked him, sometimes at tournaments I kid with him a little bit, and I'll say, now you got a tough match tomorrow, and he'll look at me and say, no, I win already. And at first,
the attitude.
I didn't know what he meant, and he's absolutely a non-egotistical guy. But he's just stating a fact that he knows that he's going to win that match. So I asked him today, I looked at him and said, Efren, you win already? And he said, no, very tough.
Well, Efren is a man of few words, but he does his talking on the pool table.
Yeah, he does this, lets his cue do the talking, and it's a pretty powerful statement.
What's Earl looking at now, Mark?
Well, he doesn't have much of a shot here. I think he's looking at playing this ball rail first, maybe for a safety. Now he was playing it rail first, and he wasn't playing for a safety. He was playing for the win, and he was going to try to make the ball.
Well, these are the situations where one has to take full control and take advantage of such an occasion.
Due to the location of the balls, this would be one of the racks that falls into about the 10% area, where I think that it's very difficult to run these balls out. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with it, so I'm not certain that we're going to see a run out here. No, he hit nice speed, but just a little bit off, and now he's forced to kick, and maybe a costly turnover of the table.
Bit of a pickle here that Efren got himself in.
He's located on our side of the 7 ball, and the 2 ball is just on the other side, about 1 diamond away. He's forced to kick to the long rail down here now. Dead center cueing is generally preferred for this. He made a nice try. And to make matters worse, he even moved the 4 into a more ideal location for Earl.
Yes.
I would venture to say we'll see a win from this ball in the end.
As he said, Earl can get very aggressive, and he gets so excited with the situations like this.
Well, when he's playing his best, he has a 2 practice swing and go method, and it works quite well. When he's comfortable at the table, it's just a 2-stroke and go, and when he gets in that rhythm, he can beat anybody.
I guess it's really, really important to establish that sort of a setup just before you go.
Yeah, the pause right before you shoot, where you double check it. And what sets the pro players apart from the amateurs is that they really are careful with their cueing. They make sure where that tip and the object ball are aligned right before